And welcome everybody to the Broken Wing Racing League. This is the GT3 Sprint Championship Season 13, Round 5 here at Road America. This is the first half of the championship series for Season 13. We're going to have a second half that is split separately in the leaderboards. We're going to have championships being crowned today. More than likely, we'll know who those championships go to. That said, there's a driver off of Dave Palmer out in the Porsche there, in the teal Porsche that was out there in the no man's land. We got 7 and 30-something seconds on practice. What we're talking about here is Jacob Simmons. He is P1 in the pro standings in the Get Bean Nerd, as well as P1 in the team standings with his teammate Chris Lambeth, who's in the Pro-Am class. Another driver that is out there is Logan Ragone, who is P2 in the championship. He's in the Porsche 911 GT3R for RPM Racing. They're P3 in the championship. His teammate, Patrick Gannon, has not shown up for this race. They're 3rd in the championship on the team standings, but without his teammate to haul those extra set of points, I doubt they're going to go further than 3rd here. But what we will see out of Logan Ragone is whether or not he is going to win the first half of this Season 13 championship. With the drop weekend effect, Logan Ragone is 3 points behind Jacob Simmons, meaning whoever finishes ahead of the other driver here today, no matter what, is going to be the first half champ of this first half of the Season 13. So the pro class has P1 and 2 really fighting hard for it. Anthony V. Jenkins is not far behind, but with 2 drop weeks, they're cohesively about the same amount of points drop, 212 and 240. He's got to, both these guys got to crash out and him be right there. What's going on, Anakara Lihau? That said, going on over our next group of contenders, the Pro-Am class. Here's Tyler Anderson. He is sitting in 2nd behind Austin J. McGill. Austin McGill is out there on track. He is in P1 in the Pro-Am class, and he's got a 95-point spread to Tyler Anderson, which means to say that these two are 5th and 7th in the standings in practice. If this were to finish in the race, Austin McGill, even despite being behind Tyler Anderson, will win this race or win the championship based on points alone. He's got to curve a 95-point difference and then get ahead of that driver. So Tyler Anderson has some not insurmountable odds, but some odds nonetheless. Austin McGill just has to finish close to his rival, Tyler Anderson. With some pros in between them does not matter, as long as there's no Pro-Ams that are splitting these two in the points. Another big one that is out there on track is the AM class drivers. We have Eric Koonsman, who is not on track, but his rivals are, I think. Let me check. Oh, there's Eric Rodriguez. Let's see. Oh, Luckhurst. Scary. This is looking rough. Alright, here we go. Here's Forrest Holland. He is in 3rd place. I would say insurmountable odds are, to say the least, for him to become the AM class winner here. But if he was to finish over, I think I think he has to finish 7 to 10 positions higher than Eric Koonsman, then he might win over the AM class. Brandon G. Burns isn't here to defend that, to go against him on this one, but Eric Koonsman is 38th right now. He's not on the board, but if he can, Eric Koonsman just has to keep it roughly near Forrest Holland by the end of this race. Michael Sharon as well is in 4th. He's part of Cars Racing, both drivers, Forrest Holland and Michael Sharon there. They got a ways to go here, but that's how it's working out. Mixed nationality of Austin McGill and Jeff Koffel. They are 2nd in the championship on the team standings. The gross points right now are 2,482 with Get Bean Nerd, Chris Lamb, and Jacob Simmons. And then the gross points difference to Mix Out Shaddy, who have 2,423 points. It's not that much of a spread there. It's less than 60. The difference being is the drop week. Who does it most affect? I'm going to say it affects the mixed nationality. They have, it affects the Get Bean Nerds. Their lowest point difference was a 567 points. They beat out their rivals on the second week. The drop week was up 2 points to mixed nationality, but then the fourth round was to mixed nationality by a large margin. So, and by large margin, 40-ish points. So, the drop week really overall affecting the Get Bean Nerds here for this 5th round. They're going to have to get both their drivers in a very good spot. If Austin McGill finishes in 2nd, as he's looking to do in this practice session, and as well as Jeff Koffold, who's in 4th right now, Chris Lambeth is in 15th, that difference in points might be big enough of a spread to put the mixed nationality as our team standings champions for the first half of this season. With that said, we have 1 minute 28 seconds left on practice, and then we're going to get right into this. By the way, we have 58 drivers, almost a full-out max grid for you. So this is a very compact one. We have 2 open spots in the GT3 Sprint Championship left to go here at Road America. We got a bunch of new people. Out there on track is Erica Borsma. I mean, not totally new. He's got the Pro-Am stuff on there. Let's look at that. There's a... Yikes. That just took it out there. Eric Yeagle. He's got the AM class stuff on. I haven't seen this guy at all before, but here he is. Welcome to the league. Got a bunch of other people. Colin Oliver. That's a new one I haven't seen before. Mark Miller the second. There's a new guy, I think. Spank Smith. That sounds about new. Daniel Haynes has been here before. Scott Weber's been here before. I think everyone else would be people we know. Prashant Jayaraman. That's a new guy. I haven't had to say this name before. But welcome to the league. That said, we got some of the other ones out here. Sandro Shirless is out here with us. He's been here a couple rounds now. I think more than a couple. And then, Matthias Ezekiel Macromini. That's a driver that's coming in here. Quick promo. And we are back. Welcome, everybody, to the first half of this Season 13 GT3 Sprint Championship. Qualifying has started. We can hear the engines roaring around here somewhere. Justin Janulowitz has joined us, and I think I've said his name correctly this time. The 2022 Collegiate Rocket League World Championship contender and current U.S. soccer semi-pro referee. It's a pretty cool set of tidbits there for this driver. I'm pretty good at Rocket League. Not really. We're past silver myself. That is a parked Chris Chitterling on an outlap. What did this boy do to deserve this? Cold tires. Alright, well, he is still backing it up. Back it up, boy. Chris Chitterling is 8th in the pro standings right now in the Little Jelly Beans team. Let's see what he can do shortly. Gonna get over to all of our drivers here. I got a long ways to go. Just skipping through some of these drivers, and here we go. Mark Foley from Draft Punk Gold leading us out as Matthias, or is that Brian Zaborski Jr. comes out ahead of him, 1.2 seconds ahead. I'm sure he's going to let him by, but it's going to be a rough way to start a hot lap when you got all these, or an out lap when you have all these drivers on fast laps. The chaos is going to commence. Mark Foley is 6th in the championship with Draft Punk Gold. He's got one drop week in effect. He's got some good haul of points in general, and some other weeks Sebring was his lowest one with a 261. But in comparative to some of the other drivers out there, he's actually not looking too bad. Once the drop weight takes effect, he might go up several positions. Tyler smells like flowers. I don't know why you'd say such a thing, Justin. And as it stands already, we have a bunch of drivers on their lap. Their second lap already off track. 11 minutes, 20 seconds left in practical qualifying. I hope they don't keep this up throughout the endeavor. Just getting a banger lap in when we have 58 drivers on. Oh. Ooh. And there goes Mark Foley. He'll take us to a position, I think, but he's off track that one entirely there in Canada's corner there. Canada corner, or is it Canada's corner? Canada corner. There's no S on that one. If they were in... Okay, there you go. Lovely. Mark takes P1 provisionally, but he had an off track, so that shouldn't count. I think it's going to go away shortly. And it doesn't. It did say he had an off track, though. I guess I don't know how these off tracks are working then. But still holding the fastest lap with 2:04 even. I'm sure we'll see some times being pumped out here. Tyler Anderson is going out. He did a 2:05 last, but he also had an off track, so it did count Mark Foley's Canada corner mishap. Christopher Daniel crosses the line. He goes into third place. JD Daniel. Oh, look at that. The Daniels are back. And they are in full form. I haven't seen these drivers in a couple of races, I don't think. That's the Pax Oceani practice team. They have missed every round since the first round at Sebring. They must really love Road America. They are 19th in the team standings. Welcome back, Pax Oceani practice. I'm feeling like a safety car lap 1, turn 5. You're probably not wrong in that one. Matthew Baldwin's a pretty quick driver in the AM class. Can he put on the board here? He's going to cross the line. Is this a valid lap? It is. He goes to P24, just behind Alex Zahir, just ahead of Spence Smith. Brian Zaborski Jr. did have an out lap on that last one. This would be probably his first time to lap here. And look at that. We have a new guy here. His name is Matthias Ezekiel Macro Mini. That can't be right. I mean, it's kind of Macro Mini, but look at that. Mark Foley showing us what's up here. He's now going to go again, but the pro driver shows it. Oh, look at that. Jeff trying to impede Mark. I say we get some stewarding on that one. That's impeding. I'm going to call it right now. I get a live steward to give that guy a race ban or just a quality ban on that one. Just throw the book at Jeff on that one. How dare he pull off right in front of the pit exit like that. Jesus Christ. Who forgot to change their playback settings? My God. That scared the life out of me. Jacob Nichols, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I am in not great shape, I'll say. Tyler Anderson still has not set a time on the board. Look at that little wiggle from Chris Chitterling on the exit. That Lambo is got the back end all out of shape. Looks like he's keeping it together, but this will be his first valid lap there of Chris Chitterling. Oh no, it's just going to be second. He's P15 at the moment. Crosses the line. Does he improve upon his time? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't. Tyler Anderson has found all the limits. That's another lap that he has done. Oh, that was his out lap, actually. He actually tossed that right back into the pits to start again. Brian Zaborski Jr. crosses the line to go P22nd here, as we still have over at least 12 drivers that have not set a time on the board. 13, I can't really count, especially at this hour. Logan Rangone from RPM Racing really needs to set a good time on the board. His rival is Jacob Simmons, who's P6. The pro standings is separated by drop week included. Logan Rangone down 3 points to Jacob Simmons. Logan has to finish ahead of him in order to take the championship for the first half of the season. A big ask. Tyler Anderson has not set a time on the board, and he has to beat Austin McGill by over 4 or 5 positions in the Pro-Am standings, which means to say that not only Tyler has to finish ahead of a bunch of pros and Austin McGill, but ahead of a bunch of Pro-Ams that split the two and give him that win. A lot less headache for Austin McGill in this race. He's got a 95-point spread on that. Who are your 3 winner predictions? Yo, is that Travis Bartlett missing this race? I'm out on the oil. Oh. Hey, man, you're out on the oil platform. Stay safe and hope you like the race. And it's gonna be stressful being out there, but you're watching a race right now. It can't be that stressful. Justin, ooh, I got this one. Justin Janulowitz there. He went to P42 with his next time on the board. Logan Rangone, did he finish there? He went to P8. He's going to pop that back out maybe. Another driver we're looking on board with is Eric Koonsman. Where is that driver? He is P34 at the moment. Forrest Holland's behind him in P36. Eric Koonsman just needs to finish this race. Ahead of a bunch of AMs, behind a bunch of AMs, he literally just needs to get about 100 points, maybe 150, and he's securing the AM class title. My predictions, Eric Koonsman wins the AM class here and becomes the AM class winner to be promoted to Pro-Am for the next season. Actually, it's not going to happen. They're doing the overall, so he's just going to stay in AM class and dominates a little bit more. Since we have no prediction yet on Tyler Anderson where he's going to finish in this, it was quick in qualifying, but where is he at in practice? Or quick in practice, but in qualifying, I can't even see where he's at on the board. Mark Foley setting another fast lap. I mean, is this Mark Foley's race? The dude has been not contested lap after lap since he went across the line. Jeff Koffold in second for mixed nationality. He's doing pretty good here. JD Daniel going into P9 over Logan Rangone, who's out there on track on an out lap. Tyler Anderson, he did put a lap on the board, but it was a 2:06.9. Eric Diego goes ahead of him in 43rd. Eric Boersma ahead of that in 42. Tom Smith in 41. Steve McDowell in 40. Looks like we have a lot of our drivers have finally set laps, but out of 49 set laps, we still have 58 total in this race. So that's a number of drivers that have not gone yet. That's a 2:04.4, which puts Tyler Anderson back into 12th, or up into 12th. which is good news there. Colin Gard, a 34, overtaking a bunch of people there. Eric Koonsman still doing relatively well. Colin Gard, look at that. He's the Pro-Am driver. Jeff Lubitsch is... Ooh, that's a spin out of, I think, Tyler Anderson. So if we're going to look at it, Forrest Holland is in 39th. Colin Gard might be our AM winner here. He's qualified ahead of Eric Koonsman, who's in 37th. What can he do on the board here with this time? Eric Koonsman gets up to 35th, meaning he's going to start right next to Colin Gard. Gare? Who knows? Mark Miller II was quick in practice. Has not set a time on the board. Peter Flanner crossing the line. Finally dethrones Mark Foley with a 2:03.5. 2/10 separating those times from 1 and 2. Nicholas Mazza goes P15 over Elliot Burton. Now a really good one here. Dylan Maroney at Pro-Am ahead of Tyler Anderson with 1 minute 36 seconds to go. It looks like Tyler Anderson's going to have a little bit of a gambit going on here. Austin McGill's ahead of him. Tyler Anderson needs to finish ahead of him and finish ahead of a bunch of other Pro-Ams. Or the PAMs, as Bathurst 12 Hours called them, the PAMs. I like PAMs. PAMs seems easier. The Pro-Ams, the PAMs. The purple PAMs. Even better, alliteration on that. Well, Prashant Jayaraman is in P8. New addition to the roster here. He's going into the pit lane. Welcome to the league here. Landon Loy into P4 at the moment. Austin McGill still holding out 9th spot over Tyler Anderson, who's on an outlap, and he's got one left to go. This would be something he needs to get really up into the top 5, and even then, he's got a lot of the drivers here. Is Andrew Korstecki he's a Pro-Am driver. Andrew Korstecki is in 6th. That doesn't help him, though. The split for PAMs has to go. The purple PAMs, the Pro-Ams. Austin McGill has to be at least 4 or 5 positions lower than Tyler Anderson, with the PAMs separating the two. Right now, that isn't the case. Andrew Korstecki looks to be leading the Pro-Ams in 6th. Christopher Daniel is a pro. Austin McGill goes into 4th position. Ooh, this is getting real spicy. Where's Tyler Anderson at? He is out there in after the carousel. And no, wait, no. All right, Rodrigo Theory goes off, lets him by. Now he's going in the carousel. Jacob Simmons in P6 is ahead of Logan Rangone by P6 to 11. So the pros as well. Justin just has to finish ahead of Logan. It doesn't matter what position he finishes ahead of him in. He just needs to finish ahead of him. Their points difference is 3. Going to Jacob, not Justin. Going to Jacob. I'm a little sick, folks. This is my flu game. I'll be saying a lot of wrong things this entire stretch. The Austin Tyler Anderson Pro-Am fight is more, I would say, it's going to be more difficult because Tyler has to get a bunch of Pro-Ams to split the two of these drivers. Elliot Burton goes into 9th with his time on the board. That puts Logan Rangone down into 12th. Logan Rangone goes into was into 4th, now into 5th. Tyler Anderson is ahead of Austin McGill. That gives him good odds here. Um, as Chris Chitterling crosses the line, did you have some NyQuil? No, I did have some daytime. The nighttime comes later. Well, we have a good battle on our hands. Jacob Simmons is in 8th. Logan Rangone is in 5th. The difference there is that we need to see these drivers. We need to see Logan ahead of Jacob for Logan to win. Jacob ahead of Logan for Jacob to win. Tyler and Austin, they're so close. No difference there is needed. It's gonna go to Austin McGill just based on what we see out of the top 15 here. We go to Nicholas Mazza, who's in 16. You can see those out there on the leaderboard. 17th is Chris Lambeth, Marshall Scari in 18, Rodrigo Theory 19, Chris Shirling 20, Cooper McCoy 21, Richard Sever 22, Daniel Haynes 23, Tyler Tier 24. Anthony V. Jenkins, 25. Craig Carroll, 26. Matt Benson, 27. Jeff Lubitch in 28. Matthew Baldwin, 29. Brian Zaborski Jr. in 30. Spence Smith in 31. Colin Luckers, 32. Eric Rodriguez, 33. Scott Weber, 34. Charles Weed in 35. Colin Garr in 36. Eric Koonsman, 37. Sandro Shirless in 38. Alex Zahir in 39. Forrest Holland in 40. Justin Jill Newlowitz in 41. 42 is Michael Authen. 43 is Tom Smith. Matthias Ezekiel Macromini in 44. Mark Miller the second in 45. Steve McAllister 46. Zach Shelley in 47. Eric Boersma in 48. Eric Yeagle in 49. Lars Hiles in 50. Brandon Burns in 51. Colin Oliver in 52. Dave Palmer 53. Trey Mistak 54. Dean Diltz 55. And Rafael Santos 56. That's all the drivers that decided. J.R. Hoops 57, Patrick Doherty 58, Brad Jorgensen 59, and Gareth Ham 60. I guess we loaded out this entire grid. I don't know if everyone's going to show up for this grid, but at least the majority will. The Bean Reign of Terror will end tonight. That is a maxed out grid. We'll see if they all step into the ring here. Everybody up to 56 or up to 60 has. Look at that. We have a couple missing in that grid order back there, but they have actually shown up. Trey Misek is one of those that will pop up shortly. Thank you, Maddie Macro, for the follow. Yeah, it looks like we just have 2 spots in the back rows there that aren't fully in yet, but everyone else is here. This is a full grid here at Road America. And yeah, this could go to as well as not only that, we have some battles for the Pro class, Pro Am class, the Pam class, the Purple Pam class, and the teal blue Am class. Eric Koonsman can win that. It's all up in the air for the first half of this GT3 Sprint Season 13 Championship, Round 5, and this is going to be a full Audi of a lap here. The Get B nerds of Chris Lambeth and Jacob Simmons are going to already have a mountain to climb. They are first in the team standings, but with the said standings as it is and what it looks like, Jeff Kaufhold is in 3rd and his teammate Austin McGill is in 6th. They're both fighting in the Pro class. So Jeff is going to finish 3rd in the pros if it was to go like this, and Austin in 2nd, meaning they are going to haul the most amount of points out of a team right now as it stands. And unfortunately, that would make our unfortunately for the Get B nerds, they are going to get shafted by the drop week. They will lose out the P1 title for the first half of this standings. Mixed Nationality will take that team championship away from them. P8, Jacob Simmons has to finish ahead of P5, vice versa for those two. The Pro Championship leader will win based on the position relative to the other driver. So if anything happens to either one of these drivers, the other one's going to be screaming, "We take those," or I'll take it. That is going to be a win. Look at that Peter Flanner in the non-regulation livery there. That is going to be some penalty points delivered to that driver. And while we're still there, P12 is around the corner. And then going back to P29, they're still in the corner. Let's go back even further. Lars Tiehaus, further back there. He's still going. We still got drivers popping out. Dean Diltz did not come to the grid. Patrick O'Doherty did not come to the grid. J.R. Hoops is starting from the pit lane for an infraction during a last race or the race before that. I'm not sure. So we have only 2 drivers that did not put down anything there. So all to say is, out of 60, 58 are on the grid. One is in the pit lane of that 58, and he will go out as soon as this snake is done. Still not even through Cannon Corner though. Oh, we still got some time on the board. If everyone's new to this, if anyone's new to this series, this league, the Xfinity League is starting back up again on Wednesdays. We're going to be doing the Xfinity NASCAR cars, and I can't even remember what the first one is. It's not Daytona, but it's one of them. Bunch of ovals. It's an oval league. It's a lot of fun. Join us. V-Rays on Thursdays. And we are about to go green. So we're going to helicopter cam here. And already Mark Foley slots into P2, but he's got a driver right there on the outside line, and that's going to be Tyler Anderson in 4th. Is he going to try to make a move here on Jeff Koffold? And look at that, they already look like they're going to break. Ooh, everything's smooth though. Tyler Anderson can't make the move down onto P3 just yet, but look at that. Austin McGill trying to make a move down on him, and that is his rival for the Pro-Am class, and they're going to go side by side into the next set of corners here. Oh, he's going to slot in behind him. Logan Aragone trying to make a move as well, and already it's pretty heated here in the top of the grid, and Logan on the inside overtakes 2 drivers. Just one? Into 5th, no, just the one driver of Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson gets the inside down for the next corner and keeps it ahead. And that is fresh. Oof. We already have a driver in the pit lane. Not sure what happened there. Jacob Simmons down 1 position. No positions change out of the top 10 besides Elliott Burton. And a bunch of drivers, actually a bunch of grass there. I'm not sure what happened. As Landon Roy looks to see what's happening here. Logan Aragone and Tyler Anderson still battling out for that spot into P4. Logan not giving it up there, is he's going to get that move down on the outside, stays ahead, and now Tyler Anderson has to defend against Austin McGill in the Valhalla Racing. And is he going to keep it ahead? Not, I mean, for the moment, yes, but this is going to keep going down the wire. And I can definitively say 2 people have certainly been taken out on the first lap. Landon Loy overtakes Austin McGill for position into P6. Jacob Simmons still right there in the fight. He hasn't lost a position or gained a position, but he's in P8 and his rival is in P4. Whoa! Elliot Burton. Oh, he hit the back. That's rough. Andrew Korstecki down 2 positions. He's got, whoa, look at that. This battle's still going on here. Tyler Anderson might lose a position. He's on the outside into the grass he goes. Jacob Simmons even gets ahead of him. And that's another position loss. The bleeding has started for Tyler Anderson. He's down 4 positions. Jacob Simmons' rivals in 4th place. Landon Lloyd, Austin McGill ahead. That said, we're going to go further back, and we got even bigger troubles here. And Brian Zaborski Jr. looks to have the move down on the inside line, all with 3 wide almost, and has Jeff, what is that? I'm not even sure. Is that is that Jeff Lubitsch? In the Audi? That is. Paul Luckers just ahead. And look at another driver, Matt Benson. Oh! Brian Zaborski's in the wall! That is a lot. And now we're seeing a whole slew of things happen. Down the order we go. Michael Othen was side by side here. Elliot Burton goes by. Not even sure who that was. That was Tom Smith he was fighting against. Michael Othen ahead, actually. Chris Lambeth on the outside of Andrew Korstecki, and yikes! No! Oh! That is Chris Lambeth off! And he's gonna get that right back on track. Okay! What happened? So those two get a little squiggly there. And, oh! He gets tapped by the Draft Punk Silver when he re-enters. Yikes. Down goes one of the beans. JD Daniel on Prashant here. Prashant keeping head. And Jacob Simmons now battling out against Tyler Anderson and Landon Loy. Lost back down to P8. Landon Loy ahead of Tyler Anderson. And yeah, for the beans, it's going to be more of a bleed there. They are trying to get the maximum amount of points, and it's not looking like that at this moment in time. Seeing the things that are happening right now. One of our title fights is still on the board. Austin McGill's in 5th. Tyler Anderson is in 7th. Jacob Simmons in 8th. Logan Argone in 4th. They're going to go side by side into Canada corner, and Landon Loy, unfortunately, into the dirt there, and he's going to have to concede a position. Further back, we have Eric Rodriguez just ahead in the Porsche. Thank you, Shoebox4, for the follow. And Scott Weber looks to have a move down here on Matthew Baldwin. 2 AM class drivers going side by side here to the start straight finish, and it looks to go to Scott Weber at the moment. It's in that red and something, and silver. Oh, and there's Matthew Baldwin down the inside line. I think he's might not have this move down just yet. Eric Koonsman just behind, and is gone on the wide angle there, but doing fairly well here. Eric Koonsman is battling out against all these other AM class drivers, but one of the things he has to kind of think about is just finishing this race in a very good spot. He still has a very strong chance of winning this as it stands. Eric Koonsman, I mean, for the AM class. His rivals are Forrest Holland and Michael Sharon, Blake Patterson more than anything. None of those drivers are ahead of him at the moment. Drivers that are ahead of him at the moment aren't posing a threat. Scarlet Gray? I mean, that looked like Canada's colors to me if it was like a little bit more white. Somebody said that before. Yeah, somebody did say it. I said Canada before. I thought they were Canada's colors, but... further down, Christopher Daniel getting ahead of Alex here down on the straight there. A lot of good battles here. Rodrigo Fury here, and not sure if this was the driver who caused it, but one of these, you got Dylan Maroney and Rodrigo Fury. One of them re-entered the track and gave the old tap to Chris Lambeth in the Beans team. Not sure which one that was. Peter Flander just pumping out a fastest lap there. Dylan Maroney, is he going to make a move here? Cooper McCoy in that what looks like Tyler Anderson's like their teammates there. That is the Lucky Aces. Jeff Lubitsch, a Draft Punk Bronze. A bit of a battle here. Anthony B. Jenkins in 21st. Spence, I don't even know, it's Spence Smith in 23rd. Welcome to the league. On the inside line here on Jeff Lubitsch. I think he had confusing perspective. He doesn't have a move down. Going to go to the next couple corners. It's Colin Luckhurst is at the end of that, trying to join the fight. And Charles Whedon just ahead of Matthew Baldwin for the moment. It looks like he's going to continue to keep that ahead. Further back, we have a bunch of drivers that are all looking to battle it out there. Zach Shelley on Elliott Burton. Whoa! They are disappearing. Miles Brown in 39th. Got it to 732. Matt Benson. Matt Benson kind of in a league of his own right now. He's got Anthony B. Jenkins behind him, but he's doing solid in 20th, 7 positions gained. The 732, well, there's a 731, 21, 732? It's a 732. Is there a 732? Oh, there it is, Anthony B. Jenkins. Like I said, folks, flu game. I am sick, and I'm doing this best I can. Prashant Jayaraman in P8. I have 4 positions since the start of this race. Haven't seen him race, but putting on those that pro stickers there, probably the right move. He is very quick. Got Landon Loy and JD Daniel as a sandwich to him. JD Daniel of Pax Oceani practice team, finally joining us again. They're all pretty equal on pace. Jacob Simmons in P7, Tyler Anderson in 6. Mark Foley, ooh, looks like he almost had something down there. He does have something down, and that is the leader who's gone off. Peter Flanner went off just after, what was that? Sector 2 up the hill. That left-hander, and that is 3 positions lost for Peter Flanner, who was just pumping out fastest lap after fastest lap. Mark Foley has taken P1. What the heck is that? That is Brad Jorgensen out there on track, almost going completely towards traffic. Oh my gosh, Chris Lambeth is out of this race. Is he? He's in 55th. Oh man. The Beans are not going to win this team championship with Chris Lambeth down there in that position. What a separation of things. Landon Loy off the track. What happened here? Oof. Canada corner. And he's dropping down the order with that one. That is unfortunate. No safety car. That is the true spectacle there. No safety car. Michael Othen. Forrest Holland in his sights. Forrest Holland is in that bright green, I guess neon green, black Porsche. Separated by half a second. A lot of positions gained for both these drivers. Elliott Burton just behind has Zach Shelley in his sights. Elliott down 27. Can you make a move here? He's got some front end aero damage, if you want to call it that. Yikes. Trey Mistak down the line here. Goes side by side here with Sandro Churlis. 207, and they're going to take this into the next couple of corners, and Sandro not letting it fully done yet, and that is the move done for Trey Mistak. This is going to get ahead. Just ahead of him is something else that's happening. Matthew Baldwin on Eric Koonsman. This is for position. Marshall Scari just ahead in the Pro-Am class. All these blue AM class drivers all fighting. Ooh, there's Colin Luckhurst into the gravel there. As he's going to try to make his attempt to get back on track, hopefully not impede anybody. They're going side by side in the next couple of corners, and the move stays with Eric Koonsman, who's ahead of Matthew Baldwin for this time being. And I think Anthony V. Jenkins staying ahead, but look at that. Tyler Anderson, I think, is going to make a move, or Trey Mistak makes a move there, or Colin Garr. That's up 24 positions for Trey Mistak. And this is a long line of drivers with about equal amount of pace as it's standing. We're looking at P28 to P35, P36 even. We are all just stacked up. P36 actually. They're all within half a second of each other. Tom Smith looks to have a move here on Colin Oliver here, but not yet. It was close. It's blue versus green on Porsche's there. Back over to our top drivers here, and P3 is Logan Ranko, and his rivals in 7th. Prospectively, that's for the pro standings. Austin McGill is ahead of the driver behind him, Tyler Anderson, and that is for the Pro-Am class championship right there. These two drivers separated by 2 seconds. Even if Tyler Anderson gets ahead, he's not only going to need to stay ahead, he needs to get a bunch of other Pro-Ams to bunch up Austin McGill as a buffer, because Austin McGill will take P2 if Tyler Anderson got ahead of him. Not enough for him. That's the perspective for the Pro-Ams. For the pros, Logan just needs to finish where he's at, just ahead of Jacob Simmons. Things to make this extra spicy is they are coming up on the teammate of Jacob Simmons. Get beamed, nerd. Not there would be team orders for this at all. I'm just saying. Things get spicy. Cooper McCoy on the outside line gets Andrew Korostecki. That's another position gain for him. 11 positions gain. And there is the Draft Punk Silver. Look at that. Both of these drivers sporting some really good, some pace. They're right next to each other to help them in the battles ahead. Nicholas Mazza gets ahead of Andrew Korostecki on the straight, but he's going to be able to hold it. It's almost like a little bit of a push there, or nudge. They're drafting that inside line. And look at the inside line! What was that? Oh my! What the heck was that? Which one was that? Okay, That was Dylan Maroney. But that didn't cause contact with Andrew Korsecki. He just went deep on his own. Jesus. What? There's Steve McAllister into the tire barrier. Let's slowly get that back. I wrecked out, but here to support everyone else. That's the new Apex. Mark Foley on the outside line has Logan Ragone, who might have this down on him through the carousel, but it's not just quite over. Even Peter Flanner tried to make a move happen on Jeff Hoppold, and they're going through the kink together. And they're going through the kink together, and they almost came into contact. It looked like they almost did come into contact. Mark Foley could be the deciding factor if Logan Ragone can get through this cleanly. And if they don't get through this cleanly, if they're in Canada corner, this could go into the hands of Jacob Simmons. If this driver gets knocked out of contention, it's all over for him. He is P2 in the pro standings. He's separated by 3 points to the P1 driver, who's down in 7th position. He's now in P1. Down the straight, he's going to have a little bit of a breather here. Oh my. Sorry. I hear that. I'm dying. Need a cough drop. Logan for the win. Just point out, we got 3 laps. By my PC shat itself. Salted beer. It's unfortunate. This is a maxed out grid, so in future reference, you're going to have to change some settings to make sure you can get a hold of being in a fully maxed out grid, unless it's just the PC was different. There's Jeff Koffel defending that inside line. Peter Flanner for P3. Dylan Maroney. Things are harder to talk when you have a cough drop in your mouth. Dylan Maroney ahead into P12. His teammate just behind Rodrigo Theory, Nicholas Mazza. And they got Chris Chitterling of the Little Jelly Beans. It's behind there. And this is just didn't like today. Oh, there goes Chris Chitterling, the outside of the kink, the carousel, but it's not done. These two might go side by side in the kink. And they do, and one goes off. There's of course Korsecki. I'll take that. Got the inside line. Tyler Tier in that black AMG Mercedes looking to make a move. Ooh! And they got Steve McAllister lap traffic to contend with. Andrew Korsecki goes by. And, you know, minimal amount of damage spent there. Craig Carroll, his teammate, goes by. Caffeine Global Motorsports for you. Both those drivers out there. Mechanical issues. Oh, Ongar. And look at his. Ugh. He doesn't even have a wheel. What the heck? Oh! What the heck? That's Anthony V. Jenkins. What? And that's what happened. This is a melee. It's like he doesn't have a wheel. Look at the left front. And that's what happened. Oh my God. This might be the most chaotic race I've ever seen or been a part of. And what is that? His rib just went off. Richard Sevra in the Camaro. Camaro, Corvette, fucking A. Words, C's. It's close. It's a Chevy. Whatever. I'm sick. That's a different livery than I've seen before. Alright, so we got a bunch of people in the pit lane. Mark Foley is dancing. I mean, this guy's weaving all over the place. He went to the inside, he went to the outside, went back to the inside. And now he's on the gonna stay on the outside, but Mark Foley did flash his lights. I don't know if you guys consider that excessive weaving. I mean, he started the lap on the inside and then weaved in and out a couple of times there. Daniel Haynes goes through, and this is going to be one of those moments where people are pitting to end the race here on whatever they got going on. Jeff Koffold, Austin McGill in 4th and 5th. Tyler Anderson just behind, 1.6 back. This is going to be one of those unfortunate moments that Jacob Simmons is often too familiar with. He has the gross points to win this Pro Standings championship, but with a drop weekend effect, he will lose. Because Logan Rangone is P1 right now. And when's the last time a P1 driver has been bolted out of a position when they're not even, their competition isn't that close? I mean, 3/10, 4/10. Anyway, Anthony V. Jenkins. It must not have been Anthony V. Jenkins, but his teammate, Miles Brown. He gets the move down onto the inside line and keeps it ahead. That said, we're going to start this off. Michael Othen was our first driver here. Okay, wasn't that one? Ooh, that was it. That was a little bit... Oh, you see that? You see Rafael Santos and that other driver got collected right there at the back of that? That was unfortunate. Garrett Ham involved in that. We can't even see it from this angle. But they are hit. Wham! That is the start. That is the start of this race. Brad Jorgensen was also part of that. Bam! There's a driver in the wall, number 72. But Brad is, I think, the one that's come up. Look at that guy, it's all fast. Yikes. Christopher Daniel, another driver here. Boom. That's when he lost all of his spots. Mark Miller, he was the one that was stuck in the wall there at the start of this race. It's unfortunate. I'm Brad, didn't get any damage. That's good. And then it was all pretty fine and dandy, except Eric Yeagle and Platt driver there just went straight into that wall at the corner. Justin Janulowitz. Oh, this one didn't pop up on my screen. All right. Elliot Burton. Yeah, that one was. We saw that one live. Marshall Scari. Ooh, that was two people that spun. Daniel Haynes was the other one. Almost pirouettes. Brandon Burns is here. Well, look at that. I didn't see him on the roster, but there he is, Shadowline Racing. And he down and out right there. He was P2 in the AM Class Championship. If he was to get ahead. Ooh, Alex here was massive. Only because that driver was right there in the middle. I think it was Brian Sportsman Jr. It's unfortunate for Alex there. Dave Palmer. Ooh! That was two drivers. And that almost looked like a pirouette. Yikes! Holy, that was a big one. That was all right, Brad. There you are on that one. I remember that livery. That was unfortunate for you there. Chris Daniel hits Dave. I mean, they both come together on that one. Then Lars Tyhouse hit. That's the big one from the other driver, Pax Oceani. Just nowhere to go. I mean, yeah, that's rough. Steve McAllister was involved in that one. Where's he gonna go? Tries to go that way. Bam. Bang, ding, ow. Mark Miller. Get into an incident here? No, he's good. And, we're all caught up. Back into the lineup here. As we get back to live, we'll see where everyone's at. Mark Foley is leading it over Logan Rangone. Both these drivers pit. Tyler Anderson overtakes both the mixed nationality drivers there and goes ahead into 4th place. What a move. And not to be outdone, Austin McGill gets ahead. And that really isn't for the Pro-Am Championship. He just has to finish this race near Tyler Anderson, and near is not enough. He goes for, I'm going to be ahead of you. And ahead of him he is for this moment. Jacob Simmons, not to let this be as well. He's into 6th. He's got Logan in 2nd. As simplest of errors for Logan can cost him the pro title, and he's in 2nd at the moment. If he wants 1st and he squeezes out a move that might not be a move that lands and they both go off the track, that could concede the title to Jacob Simmons. Mark Foley has all the power in his hands right now to not only win this race, but to not only consequently mess up someone else's race or championship title. Wasn't my night crashed twice in the kink? I'm BC Brian Zaborski Jr. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You look like you're having some good runs there. That's totally unfortunate. A lot of people crashing the kink. It was murderous, to say the least. Somebody did catch air. That was a really interesting one. Ooh, Cooper McCoy on the driver on the outside here. Not done just yet, but Prashant Jayaraman almost had the move down, Cooper McCoy, but it wasn't quite it. They're going to continue this battle. They have Eric Boersma and Scott Weber, 49th and 50th behind, and they're fighting for position as well. Ooh, Cooper keeps it ahead. And Eric also keeping it ahead of Scott Weber, just in the background. Landon Lloyd might make a move here on Matt Benson down the inside line. And move is done. Landon Lloyd trying to regain some spots here. He's in 12th. It's 12 down from where he had that little incident earlier. It's that Canada corner into the gravel or the dirt, sand trap, whatever you want to call it. This is an impressive one. Oh no. Okay. There's Dylan Maroney ahead of Nicholas Mazza, and now got a couple drivers to contend with. I was going to concede that the AM class title was going to be said, done, and over. Eric Kunzman just kind of has to finish this race. And he's in 53rd. The points differential is very rough. Brandon Burns is in 41st right now. Brandon Burns needs to score over 125 points more than Eric Koonsman. I don't know where the all rigmarole of the AM class are at in these standings right now in this race, but I know that being at least more than 10 positions back, and more than likely every one of these drivers, minus that pro driver, is going to be an AM class. That's another pro driver. That's an AM class. That's an AM class. That's Rafael Santos, I think, is a Pro-Am or Pro, but I'm not sure. AM class. Eric Boersma's a Pro-Am. Dave Palmer's a Pro, an AM. Of course, Secchi. So he's got 5 or 6 drivers that he's not having to worry about be in front of him. But the one that he has in front of him, the ones that he does have in front of him that are AM class, I don't even know how many points he'll get off this race, but there is a realistic possibility that Eric Koonsman loses the AM class title for the first half of this season to Brandon Burns. And not only that, going back over to a fight that's happening here on track. Jacob Simmons has Austin McGill. Whoa, that is Colin Garr. I'm trying to let them all go by. Forrest Holland is in 32nd. Michael Authen, I think, is a part of the I really can't speak too much on this one, but I don't see Authen on the I don't see this driver actually on the spreadsheet here. Whether he has a Pro-Am or he's in a, if he's an AM, then that makes a difference. But Sandro Churlis is our, not our, Matthew Baldwin might be our leading AM class driver, which is 28th. Colin Luckhurst might have a move here on Forrest Holland. This is Pro-Am versus AM drivers. Looks to the inside. Darts in. And the move is done for Colin Luckhurst as he continues his fight onward. Austin McGill has Jacob Simmons in the sights. Ooh, Cooper McCoy has been battling out with Prashant Jayaraman for like lap after lap. I mean, ooh, look at the Lincoln there. And he's holding him at bay. And a pretty good title battle on our hands here, these two. So Forrest Holland is ahead of Brandon Burns by 7 positions. The way it looks to me, and Jacob Simmons still holding out ahead of both the mixed nationality drivers. That to be said, let's see. Anthony V. Jenkins is pro. Eric Rodriguez. No, Eric Rodriguez is leading our Pro-Ams. No, Jeff Lubitsch is leading the Pro-Ams. Oh no, so the AMs. The AM class drivers. What am I saying? Oh, Trey Missack makes a move down on the inside line on Daniel Haynes for P19. And I think that move is not just quite over. Whoa! And Daniel Haynes spins out there. Matt Benson taking position off that unfortunate incident for Daniel Haynes. Take those, as they say. So Eric Rodriguez is in 25th. He'd be P1. The next driver in that order is P28, and that's P2. Sandro Churlis, I don't even know what... There's no scoreboard here for him. But, then we have Zach Shelley, who we know is going to be third, more than likely. And then it goes to Forrest Holland, which would be fourth. So we go fourth place position, or fifth or sixth for Forrest Holland. The amount of hauled points in his class would be enough to grant him P1 in the standings. He is P3 in the AM class standings. Sounds like I'm just talking out of my nonsense, but honestly, I thought the AM class was wrapped up. I thought the Pro-Am was... I'm going to say the Pro-Am is wrapped up. I'm going to commentator curse that to no end. The AM class is wrapped up. Or the Pro-Am is wrapped up. The PAMs, the purple PAMs. So I'm going to refer to them. They got the purple accents to their liveries. The pros have the orange. The AM class have the teal. Right now we have Rodrigo Theory trying to make a move here on Nicholas Mazza. It's not down, but Elliot Burton here. It's going to have Jeff Lubitsch. It's Strap Punk Gold versus Strap Punk Bronze. I don't think Jeff Lubitsch was going to make a strong case to defend against that. Elliot Burton trying to stem the bleeding. In his race, he down now only 12 positions. A lot of drivers like that. Richard Sevra here on Tyler Tears. He can try to make a move down the inside line. No, he doesn't. Austin McGill. Oh, wait. What the heck? Oh. Okay. So what happened to Tyler Anderson? He stopped on lap 12. It's a 29.3. He's in 17th. The Pro-Am class championship is all but wrapped up. He is no longer in range of Austin McGill. That is, that's something. Going to Forrest Holland, who has Michael Otten in his sights here. They're not separated by that much here. Only 2 tenths. I think he bulls Z for the follow. Yeah, I guess our Pro-Am is wrapped up at the moment. Austin McGill holding it out there into P1 over his rivals. Cooper McCoy, just pull that back slightly. Just gets the outside line there in that corner and gets ahead of Prashant. Peter Flanner was leading this race. Had a moment on the turn after Canada corner, and it just really unsettled him there. Tyler Anderson. 16th at that time. So he passes this driver. This is what he still would have been next to P. He'd be in P4. And then something happened to him after this. One of the mysteries that I guess we will not know, but he just lost dozens of positions. He's in P16. He was right next to P6 and P5 and P4. You still have 52 drivers that are out there on track. Eric Koonsman down into 52. I feel like I cursed Eric Koonsman here. I said just finish the race, but as it stands, the amount of points he gains, the drop week, unless the drop week actually helps him in a way, because if this is his worst result, no, he's still going to have... Yeah, if this was a 0 for him, he would lose out by a little bit of a margin. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What can he say? Brandon Burns has Garrett Ham just ahead of him in the Ferrari. Maybe a little bit too far ahead. I think it's a good exit, separated by almost nothing, so he can go onto the inside line down the start straight finish. And for 39th, that is the white flag actually for these drivers. Oh! What the heck? There is another issue. Logan, who's in 29th now. Oh! Oh no! He came into contact with Peter Flanner and goes tumbling down the order and went into the pits. Oh my God! Title fights that should have gone down to the wire are no longer going down to the wire. Mark Foley, I think, is going to get his first ever win in the GT3 Sprint Championship. It's just got a couple more corners to go to win out here. Peter Flanner might have just gifted Jacob Simmons, who is now in third, the Pro Championship for the first half of this season. Racing incident or otherwise, that is how it goes down. Just pure chaos in the end. Congratulations to Mark Foley for winning round 5 here at Road America at the GT3 Sprint Championship Season 13. And Peter Flanner into second. Jacob Simmons winning the overall for the first half of Season 13 in the pro standings. Was separated by 3 points to his rival. His rival knocked out in Canada corner, and he wins the Pro. The Pro-Am goes to Austin J. McGill, who wins the Pro-Am right there in P4. Jeff Koffold in 5th. Mix Asciatti win the team standings as well. J.D. Daniel in 6th. Cooper McCoy in 7th. Prashant Jararaman in 8. Dylan Maroney in 9. Nicholas Mazda in 10. Rodrigo Theory in 11. Tyler Tier in 12. Richard Severa in 13. Tyler Anderson in 14. Craig Carroll in 15. Landon Loy in 16. Trey Misek in 17. Matt Benson is going to cross the line in 18. Marshall Scary in 19. Daniel Haynes in 20. Elliot Burton 21. It goes to Elliot Burton in 21. Jeff Lubitsch in 20. No, Daniel. Yeah, Jeff Lubitsch in 22. Charles Whedon 23. Anthony V. Jenkins 24. Eric Rodriguez 25. Matthew Baldwin 26. Chris Schierling in 27. Oh no, oh shoot. Chris Schierling hasn't crossed the line. I don't know if he has enough. Oh, so it's 26. Then Zach Shelley 27. Colin Luckers 28. Michael Othen in 29. Spence Smith in 30. Matthias Ezekiel Macromini in 31. Chris Schierling in 32. Thomas Smith 33. Forrest Hall in 34. J.R. Hoops 35. Colin Oliver 36. Sandro Chirolis. He's in the wall right now. I don't even know if he's going to make this one. Brandon G. Burns goes by, and he's going to take 37. And Gareth Ham is going to take 38. Christopher Daniels still got a little bit ways to go before we get to that. And he's got, like, no drive. He's still trying to go for it here. Christopher Daniel is going to take 39 from Sandro. With no other driver on the board, Sandro's going to go to 40th. That'll shake up slightly. Congratulations, Mark Foley. I think this is your first ever win here in the GT3 Sprint Championship. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Holy hell. I hope we put on a show.
Yeah, it was quite the show.
That was crazy. Yeah. I really thought Logan had the measure of me, especially through some corners when he got ahead. I got held up in traffic. I wasn't sure by who, but yeah, he was hard to follow. And I knew that when we were running out of fuel, I was just going to do the opposite of whatever he did. So if he stayed out, I was going to pit. Because I think, yeah, at some points when we were at low fuel, I was a bit quicker. And then I took 2 right tires, which I think a few other people did. And I saved a bit of fuel while I was behind him. So yeah, when I flew by the pit exit, he was just coming out, and luckily I had the inside line and managed to hold it. Fair play to him. We had a bit of door banging, but we both kept it on the track, so fair play to him. That was a lot of fun. That was way crazier than I expected my first win to be.
I mean, even through the kink, you guys were going right at it, and it almost looked like you door banged to a point where it was going to be, right into a wall. Just barely it looked like that, but I mean, it's still like a little bit of a wiggle. Other people weren't so lucky. I could tell you that at least a dozen other incidents happened in the kink where people were going side by side, or there was already incidents inside the kink and people were not blindly, but going through it and got into some incidents themselves. It was mayhem through the kink before Canada Corner. Even in Canada Corner was a little bit of stuff. He kept the pressure on you. I mean, it was that fault of Peter Flanner who went off after Canada Corner on that next left-hander, that really fast one just before the start straight finish right-hander. That kind of gave you all the room to kind of grow there. You stayed ahead for most of that stint. He did get ahead of you, but I mean, you guys kept it clean. I know you guys saw the offset. Your stint was separate for his. It was a little quicker. That's why you had a little bit quicker of one. That's why you got ahead. But you kept it ahead, and it almost looked like you, without even having to worry about it, you had it down on that last couple of laps. He was far enough away from you. But also, I don't know if you saw, but him and Peter Flanner came together just before Canada Corner and into Canada Corner, actually.
Yeah, I saw some dust in the mirror, but yeah, I was just so super focused on what I was doing. Was it Logan and Peter?
Yeah, Logan and Peter came together. I only briefly saw it. I don't even think I watched I may have briefly watched the replay, but unfortunate for him, it was really difficult because as long as he kept it where he's at, he would have finished in P1 in the pro standings there, just ahead of Jacob Simmons. So a little bit of a gift for, I guess, in some ways, gift, not gift, but it was chaos. It was a chaotic race, probably the most chaotic race I've ever seen. And Mark, I mean, what a masterclass. I think you being in the pro pro standings really shows. I mean, you really have a lot of strengths in the pro standings, and it's actually really interesting to see. I can't wait to see what happens with the drop week in effect, where that's going to really put you in things. Because it was really cool. I did do a brief one because you did miss Daytona. With the other ones, your other points in hand, depending on where everyone else is at, I think you actually might go up to third or fourth, maybe, but don't quote me on that. I just briefly looked at the numbers,
All
but
right. Well,
right now you're in sixth, but I think you might jump Javecki and Gannon and maybe Anthony V. Jenkins for actually a podium, but not sure yet.
I'll quote you a different way and say we take those.
Yeah. Congratulations, Mark. Anything to say to anyone?
No, thanks to Draft Gold guys. I was just coming in as a substitute because Trey and Pete weren't around, and yeah, I'm grateful that they invited me to join the team, put the colors on. I don't know if that gave me a few tenths because it's just the coolest looking car, and yeah, thanks to them. This is my last race of this season. I'm going back home for potentially a month, so this is like the perfect way to bow out. Couldn't be happier. Super exciting.
Well, congratulations, and getting home is always going to be great. Hopefully, you can be around for when the streams pop up. Maybe not, but it's going to be really different time zone for you. But yeah, congratulations again, and thank you for joining us. And again, thank you for all those videos you make for the league. They're really awesome every time.
Thank you. The next one's just going to be me. It's just going to be 45 minutes.
Yeah, that'll be great. All right,
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you, Jensen.
Mhm. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to point out any other driver here. I don't even know which one won the AM class besides Austin McGill. He's not in. Um, so all to say is thank you everybody for joining me in the stream, and we'll be back. I think next week or the week after that. We do still have the last race of the Broken Wing Le Mans series, which is going to be next Tuesday. Xfinity series for our oval series, the Xfinity Racing NASCARs, the step down from the Cup cars. We do those on Wednesdays, same time, 9 Eastern. And then the V Rays, so the multi-class, those are on Thursdays as well. That's going to be this week. Those are, I don't know if the V Rays are starting up, or they're finishing. But the Xfinity is going to be round one this Wednesday. Join us for that. Next week, I think, is going to be just the start of the second half of season 13. Thank you for joining me, and appreciate you all having me.